Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're starting a brand new series on wildlands. Now this is episode 1, however it meant to be episode 2 because the first episode actually corrupted and I lost all of my footage. So I'll give you a quick rundown of what's, if you've never seen this map before, and what the go is. So pretty much you start with a bit of money and we have this whole map to buy plots. And pretty much you start with nothing except for some money, and you have to design your farm, design your fields, things like that, all by yourself. So as you can see, this field was from a test that I did before I actually started the series. This one is the actual field that we've ploughed, as you can see. So what we've done since the first episode, or since what was meant to be the first episode, was we got a heap of sheep. We fed them with some grass. We ploughed up our first field. And all the grass that was around, like this stuff on the field, is baled over there, getting ready for some silage. Now you start with 1.5 million. As you can see, I've already spent $1 million, so I have 500,000 left. I'm hoping I can make it work. So I've got a whole heap of mods installed for this series. If you want to check them out, let me know in the comments below, and I will link all of the mods that I have. So I bought a little bit of equipment, bale trailer, a windrow, and a plow. And then we've got a seeder tractor and another smaller tractor over there. So I've just recently taken some soil samples using precision farming. It's a great mod, you should get onto it. So as you can see, the pH value is quite bad, and the soil is silty clay, which is not great, but it is what we are working with. So I think straight up we're going to get ourselves a lime spreader, get some lime in there, and get the pH value back up to where it should be. So let's have a look. I got 500,000. I still have a lot of work to do. Let's have a look at what sort of spreaders we've got. Once I can find them. Where are we? Fertilizer spreaders. So I've got this one. This does lime and fertilizer. I don't think I really need the big one. We haven't got giant fields. I think this is gonna be our best bet. Do we want the extension? Yeah, I think so. Lime uses up a fair bit of uses a fair bit of lime in the fields, so we'll keep the wheels set up. We will get the bigger extension, because as we get bigger fields, it's obviously gonna help get done quicker. So we might buy this, only 54,000. And we will also, so 14,000. I'll need to get some lime for that. So we won't go crazy. We'll just get 5 of these. So what's that? 10,000 liters. Yeah, we'll just get some lime. Okay, let's go and pick our spreader up from the store and get this lime spreading. Okay, coming up to our store, there's our spreader there. Also, I'm going to mention, I'm going to try not to use AI workers as much as I can. Obviously, I have Courseplay installed, which is a very good mod for designing fields and getting AI to work on those fields, especially if they're oddly shaped, which, of course, this map only has oddly shaped fields, unless you're very good at driving straight, which I'm not. So I'm going to try not to use AI as much as I can, but we'll see how that goes as the series goes on. Let me know in the comments below how you feel about AI, whether you try and get things, whether you try and do everything yourself, or whether you go crazy and hire AI. Okay, so just filling up the spreader with lime here. Now I will need some fertilizer as well, because our seeder doesn't actually take fertilizer. It doesn't direct drill with fertilizer in it. So something else to spread. Later on down the track we can look at bigger spreaders with or bigger seeders with fertilizer that already which has fertilizer in them. So finish filling here. Let's head back to the field and start spreading, and I'll explain, if you've never seen this precision farming mod before, what it does and how it works. Okay, so back at the field now, and so to get precision farming to work, you've got to take soil samples using a soil sampler over there that's connected to the gator. And basically what that will do is, as you can see on the minimap now, you can see the pH values. So in the menu, if you go to this precision farming page, you can see, as you can see up here, the pH values for each zone of your field. So you can go across and see the nitrogen, which is fertilizer. So as you can see, we've got no fertilizer on there at the moment, so we're going to have to spread quite a lot of fertilizer to get it up to where we need to. And then the yield, obviously there's nothing planted here, so the expected yield is nothing. And then the seed rate will that'll sort itself out once we get it cultivated and things like that. And then yes, silty clay. You can see at the bottom here there is a little bit of loam, sandy loam and loamy sand. Loam is where you want to be. Silty clay isn't great, but it's what we got to work with. So you can see the pH values, environmental scores. You can increase all of this to get an environmental score, and that will give you a little bonus once you sell your grain or whatever it is out of the field. So we need to start spreading this lime, and basically what it will do is, you can see here the lime application. It will change how much lime it is required over the field to match where it's meant to be. So all you have to do is start spreading, and it will automatically change its application rate to get you the maximum amount of yield and where the pH is meant to be. So it will do this across the entire field, and that will sort itself out. So we'll get this done, and then we'll have a look at what our next step is. The first application is always going to be quite a lot, and then from there on out you'll just have to top it up. So we'll just leave this spreader here. Actually, I want to unload this. See, there's a pallet of lime just over there. Oh, there's a bale there that I forgot to pick up. Okay, and now if we go into our map, you can see the pH levels are where it's meant to be, and you can see our pH levels looking good now. So now we need to work on the nitrogen, which is fertilizer. So we'll head back to the store and pick up some solid fertilizer before we start seeding and cultivating. We also need to pick up the rocks out of the field as well. In future, I will look at buying a silo that will fill our implements for us on the farm, so we don't have to keep going back to the store. But for now, we will keep on travelling back and filling up as we need to. We only have one field at the moment, so once we get a couple of harvests done, we'll be able to expand and then get some bigger equipment and look at other means to make farming easier. So we'll get some fertilizer, fill it up, and head back to the farm. Not sure what we want to do next. We'll have a look to see whether our silage bales are ready yet. Okay, so we'll unfold the spreader, and let's see. Okay, so yeah, you can see we need a lot of fertilizer. Okay, should only take 2 passes, maybe 3. Yeah, so you can see on the map there, our nitrogen is getting up to where it needs to be. We aren't using as much as what I thought, which is fine. You can always adjust in future. It shouldn't take very long. Okay, so you can see now on the map, our nitrogen is where it needs to be. So we would just park this in the shed. You can see the soil sampler there on the back of the gator. That's what I was talking about earlier. Put this here. And let's take a look. Direct seed. Okay, good. So it does say it does take fertilizer in there. something to look into. Okay, so what are we going to plant for our first crop? I'm not too worried about it. We do have canola. Canola could be good. Barley and wheat. Canola does not actually produce any sort of bales, so I might wait and do some barley or something. It's also a good chance for us to buy a farmhouse. So we'll just get this little one. We'll place it around the back here. I'm not sure I'd like to be sleeping so close to the sheep pens. Okay. So, let's sleep until tomorrow. Okay. So we are up and awake. We can... Now is barley or wheat planting season. I might go with barley. Not for any reason in particular, I just like barley, I guess. Okay, we'll unfold. We can take this off. And let's get seeding. So it also does a variable seed rate. So it'll plant the optimum amount of seeds for the area that it's doing. And let's lower and into it. Awesome stuff. Okay. So I'm sure you guys don't want to be bored with me going round and round in this field, so we will get this done and we'll probably start rolling in all the stones. Probably a good idea. Okay, we're just finishing up the last bit of the field here. I quite like this seeder actually. I don't think I've ever used the this brand of seeder before. It's quite good, gets the job done. Turns on a dime, which is good. I've got some plans while we're waiting for this field to grow. I want to get into some other productions, which is something I've never actually done in this game. So sheep is a new thing for me. I don't actually know what I'm doing with them. Just feed them grass and hope they grow, produce wool. Obviously we've got the silage over there. I'll need to check on that. And we're going to get some other productions going. Okay, so we're down to 2% seed in this, which is quite good. Didn't have to spend excess money on seed. Okay, this tractor is also really good. Does the job good. Okay, so we'll probably roll the stones in, see where we're at with the fertilization, things like that. We should be all good now with this field, but we'll have a look. I wish this tractor would change gears. It's a bit slow, but it does a good job for the start of the farming career. Okay, we'll just leave this here. So if we go and have a look. There we go. Yield potential 89%, expected yield 87. So obviously yield potential isn't great. You can get up to 125%. But being on silty clay, that's what we got to work with. So all these rocks I've got to get rid of. So we will probably get ourselves a roller. Just want to double check in here. Okay, so you can see nitrogen is good. pH is good. Yield, obviously we don't know the yield until we start harvesting. The seed rate is high, being on silty clay. And soil types, obviously silty clay. So we will go to the store, get ourselves a roller, and we can get rid of these stones. And then we'll look into some other productions, possibly a sawmill. I've got quite a lot of trees here to get rid of. I want to put some productions in there, so have a look at a sawmill, see if we can get some planks or something going, just for a bit of extra income. And we will see where we go from there. Okay, back at the field now. We can start rolling in all these stones, so they do not affect our yield, or you don't want any stones running through your machines. So that would not be good for anything going. You can imagine stones going through the header and things like that. It's not great from experience. You don't want anything going through the header that you don't want, so especially stones and rubbish and things. So I'll get this done real quick, and then we'll look at some productions. Okay, so just finishing up here. I'm not going to bore you guys with time lapses of rolling and things like that. I'm pretty sure it's self-explanatory. Just getting rid of the rocks in the field. Okay, so let's park this up. As you can see, all of the rocks are gone, which is going to help out our yields. So just park this here. So what we'll do is we'll go and check on the sheep. I want to show you guys something that I'm having trouble with. So as you can see, the health is 100%, food is 2,000 litres. They probably could do with another bale, but their water is 0. Now I do have some wool, so I'm assuming it's okay, but not 100% sure. So I'll give these guys another bale. Damn, you guys are hungry. Yeah, we're gonna need to get some hay from this barley. Okay, so sheep are happy, 100%. We've got some wool, which is good. Okay, so next I want to go down and check out the bales that are down there to see how the silage is going. We'll just take the gator down there. So this is a soil sampler that I was talking about. You just go around the fields. It samples a big area. For this field it took like 6 or 7 samples to get the whole field covered. So it's not too bad. I think it costs £20,000 or something, $20,000. So for the sake of getting good yields, it's a worthy investment. Okay, let's see. So about 50% fermented. Yeah. Okay, so we've still got a little while before they are done. I do have a couple of rogue bales over there that I need to pick up. So let's check out some of the productions that we can get into. I definitely want to get a sawmill because there's quite a lot of wood I need to get rid of. So we'll park this gator back in the shed. There we go, that's fine. And there is a hay bale over here that I remember that I need to get rid of. There we go. Obviously not totally realistic being able to pick up a hay bale like this, but it is a game for sure. So I'll just put you there. Okay, let's have a look at some productions. So, the biogas plant could be good to get some methane and things like that. The sawmill I definitely want to get. Problem is where we want to place it. Over here. Where are the drop zones? There. Okay, so I kind of want to place it here, but I don't know why it's stopping it. We could place it over here. This could be okay. So drop zones are there. Let's do that. Get the sawmill going. And then we want something for our wool. We don't really just want to sell our wool. Wood turner, shingle factory. That could be good. Art accessories. There's lots of cool stuff in here. Paper factory. Mine shaft. That's kind of cool. The spinnery. Okay. So wool into cloth. That's definitely what we want. Where's the drop zone for that? It is there. Okay. So I don't want to place this too far away. I might place it just over here. Then we're not too far away. Okay. So we've just spent $100,000 on productions. So for the wool, what do you need? You just need... Oh, the sawmill's fine. Wool and cotton. Okay, so wool, 2 wool. Okay, that's fine. So I need to buy something like a forklift so I can move the pallets across to there. So let's have a look at what we've got. Forklifts, perfect. I'm guessing this one will be fine. I'm assuming. Do we want the big one? I don't think we need the big one. We just get this one. Okay, let's get into our forklift and take it back to the farm. Okay, so we're back at the farm now. I'm going to grab this pallet of wool, chuck it over to the spinnery. I've never actually used one of these forklifts, so bear with me. Apparently it's easier in first person. So we'll try this out. Okay, so that's lower. Tilt. Nice. Nailed it. Let's take him over. I know the pallet's not full, but take it over to the spinnery and get it started. Okay, and it's taken it already. Nice. So we'll park the forklift just here. So this guy should be running now, which he is. Nice. Okay. So next up is a sawmill. Now, I've never used a sawmill. I've got a couple of trees that I cut down here. I know this is not exactly realistic, but I'm just going to pick a tree up and walk over to the sawmill and see... is there a toggle point for the drop? Pretty sure there is. Yeah. There we go. So now over here. Okay, so it's getting wood. Excellent. Is this a tree? No, just a big bush. Okay, so I'll get this other tree from over here that's laying on the ground. And then in the next episode, we will get... we'll probably start expanding. Get another field or so. I'll clear some more trees from over that area. Get the sawmill going. Look at some forestry equipment, and then hopefully we can start see some income coming in with our silage that's done. Sell wood, excellent. Do I have to activate this? I do. So the wood planks, activate that. Can activate that. Oh, that's very loud. Okay, so in the next episode we'll clear some trees. We'll get some sawmill production going. This is growing good. Expected yield 88%. Potential is 89, so it's just below what the full potential yield is. With any luck, our barley will grow hopefully quickly. We can get some more feed for these guys. They're still producing wool, which is good. And yeah, we'll stick with that plan. So next episode we should see some income coming in, and it'll be interesting to see how this how the logging comes out, because I've never done that before. Alright guys, make sure to leave a like on the video if you enjoyed this one and you want to see more. Leave a comment down below to let me know how you feel about all the mods I'm using, and if you want a tutorial on how to use courseplay, how to set up your own fields, and you can even set up so a header unloads itself in the field. Let me know in the comments down below. Bye for now.